Hey everyone, what's going on? T Cloud here. I just want to say a couple things before we get into this video. I really appreciate you guys coming and watching these. Um, it has been a fun little project, but with that, I am still learning. So the first part of this video didn't quite turn out the way I wanted it. We were trying a new camera, and I didn't test it before I filmed, and it looks like crap, and it sounds like crap. So don't beat me up too much. The end result, I think, turned out really well. The guys at the shop said it turned out really well. So with that being said, let's go make some bacon. All right, on today's video, we've got this beautiful piece of fresh side, also known as pork belly, and we're going to do some experiments with it. We're going to take this and turn it into bacon. So I've never done this before. This is going to be an experiment. We're going to see how it turns out. So since this is a piece of fresh side, it does have the skin on it. So we're going to need to get the skin off of it. And we're going to trim up the back side of it. Any of this hard fat we want to get off of there because it's not going to make a good bacon. So we'll get that trimmed up. We'll get a cure put together. We'll vacuum seal this. And then we'll get it in the fridge, and then we'll come back in a couple of days and we're going to smoke it. So to make this easier on me, I can't fit this whole piece in a vacuum bag, so I'm going to cut it in half and take the skin off of it so it's a little bit easier to work with. So when you're doing this, it helps to have a really sharp knife. So we have our two pieces now. I want to get this hard stuff off. Nobody wants that. Any other gristle you can find, you want to get rid of that. Piece. And this piece. Get that hard stuff off of there. Now we're going to work on getting the skin off of it. Alright, so we got one piece down. The skin, you can either throw it away, or if you like pork rinds, you could dehydrate this, cut it into strips, dehydrate it, and then throw it in a deep fryer and make pork rinds out of it. We're probably going to hold on to that because we might do that later. Then and now we'll do our second piece. We'll get the skin cut off of it. And of course, I did get this from D&D Meats in Inwood, West Virginia. They are a family-owned and operated meat shop. And it just happens to be part of my family. So they did not donate this. I did buy this. YouTube can get a little iffy when it comes to stuff like that, so I just want to make that clear. And like I said earlier, I haven't done this. I've worked with pork belly once and it did not turn out the way I wanted it. So I'm kind of hoping I can redeem myself doing this. And I'm sure if you talk to the good people in there at D&D Meats, if you did not want to deal with trying to cut the skin off of it, I'm I'm sure they'd be more than welcome to do that for you. Alright, so we got the skin off of them. So let's talk about our seasoning and our cure we're going to have go along with this. Alright, so let's talk about our cure and our seasoning we're going to put on this. So this is going to be a maple black pepper bacon. Now I did make an executive decision that I did not like the way these looked, even though I cut them in half. The bacon slices would have been, about a foot long. That's a little bit too much. So I did cut them in half again. I could put 2 of these into one vacuum bag. That way we can cure them. Some of this, I know I'm going to slice it up and make actual bacon out of it. The rest of it, I may cube it up and make bacon burnt ends out of it. So we'll see what happens. So as far as our cure and our seasoning, in this bowl, I've got a mixture of salt, coarse kosher salt, brown sugar, fresh ground black pepper, and some red chili flake. And I'll leave the quantities that I used in the description below. Along with that, we need to have some curing salt, so some actual pink curing salt, not pink Himalayan salt. So this is pink curing salt number 1, and you need to weigh this out. So since we are curing the meat, it is a little bit of a science experiment. You want to be a little exact when it comes to this, so I did weigh it out. This was 5 pounds of pork belly, so it comes out to around 6 grams of curing salt. So lay that in there, give it a mix. And then we'll add in our maple syrup. So this will make it tacky and act like a binder. Also adds a little bit of sweetness in it, but not too much. If you're not making a mess, I don't think you're doing it right when it comes to any sort of cooking. Alright, so now we got that mixed up. We'll get some of it on the bellies already. We're going to put 2 of them in a vacuum baggie. So it'll probably just be one at a time. In there, get some of our cure, just rub it in. Alright, so we got these 2 rubbed with our seasoning. We'll get the other 2 done. We're going to vacuum seal them, and then we're going to put them in the fridge for 6 to 7 days. So for me, it's going to be 6 days just because on what day I'm making this video. So we'll go 6 days, pull it out. We're going to give it a quick rinse, and then I'll see you guys back here in a week. So it's been 6 days. We've had our bacon in the fridge curing, and it has turned out really good. I've gone down, I've flipped this every day, just kind of let the juice redistribute throughout it. So let's get this open. And this smells amazing. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to give it a light rinse, get any sort of slime off the outside of it, pat it dry, try not to get the seasoning off of it. Then we're going to put it on a rack, and then we're going to put it back in the fridge overnight. So I'm just going to gently, you don't want any pressure behind it because we don't want all of that seasoning coming off of it. So just to get any sort of slime off of it. And just pat it dry. We don't want to rub it, or else your seasoning is going to come off of it, your cure is going to come off of it. So I'm going to get the rest of these done. We're going to get them on here and get them back in the fridge. And then tomorrow night, or tomorrow morning, they have got a date with the smoker. So we'll see you then. Well, good morning on this beautiful, crisp, cool fall morning. You can see we got some frost on the ground, got some cows in the field, and we've got some smoke rolling. So before we put our bacon on the smoker, and it just looks so good, we're just going to enhance that black pepper flavor, and we're going to add just some little bit more fresh ground black pepper. All right, so now that's done, see, we got a nice beautiful blue smoke going this morning. Mixture of jumbo lump hard charcoal. I got a hickory log in there and a couple pieces of cherry. Now with bacon, as far as the smoking goes, play with it. You know, what you see a lot of times in the store, you see hickory smoked bacon, maple smoked bacon, applewood smoked bacon. I just happen to have some hickory and some cherry, so that's what I'm using today. And I got the smoker going about 150 degrees today. So I want this to be a very long, cool smoke. Now it's not a cold smoke and it's not really a hot smoke, but we want as much smoke absorption into that meat as possible. So I put the probes in it, monitor temperature throughout the day. We're looking for an ending temp around 150 degrees. So we'll check back in on this later. All right, so we're about 5.5 hours in. You can see we're temping, both of them are temping around 130 degrees. Let's take a look. They look amazing. So we'll let them keep going until they get up to that 150 degrees, or we'll see when we get back from the woods, because we're going hunting tonight. We'll see how they turn out. See you then. All right, so our bacon's done. It was on the smoker for about 8 hours. We achieved an internal temperature of 150 degrees. So take a look at that. That looks, this is going to be really good. So we've let it cool for about an hour, and now we're just going to slice it. So you can do this with the meat slicer. I don't feel like dragging it out. We'll get some decent sized slices here. Now you can't tell me that this looks so much better than what you get out of a grocery store, and the smell coming off of it right now smells amazing. So we got a couple of pieces sliced up here. We'll cut one more out in the middle. I've got the Blackstone fired up. We're gonna go fry these up. We'll be back. These look and just smell amazing. All right, so we've got it fried up, and I've got my little bacon lover here to do a taste test on it. So tell me what you think, kiddo.
I love it.
You love it? Is that good bacon? Is that better than what we get in the store? Just think, this has been downstairs for a week. Yep. That beats the pants off of anything you're gonna find in the store. So, and it was real easy too. A little experiment. I've never made bacon before, and I think it turned out pretty well. So, that's it for tonight. I hope you guys enjoy it, and we'll see you back here next time.